good as any frame is, if you have a lousy piece of glass, it's not going to do you any good. In fact, my main competitor is like the Pella and Anderson. And the biggest issue I have with those manufacturers is they're still using just a standard half-inch thermal paint. It's just a real thin thermal paint. And if you load this glass up with the high-performance low E with the argon gas, the highest insulation value you can get out of this glass is only 2.56. So not doing very much for you. Our window glass starts off with a 7/8 inch thermal paint. The nice thing about that is I can just take this thermal paint and stick it right in there. Because the theory is the more space you have between the panes of glass, the greater insulation value you're going to capture from that piece of glass. Another difference is always look at the actual thickness of the pane of glass. Yep. Many companies today are just using single strength glass. We always order our windows with double strength glass. Doesn't mean you can't break it, just means it's twice as thick, so it's going to be that much more durable. But we always engineer our glass. With our particular glass pack here, we always use what's called a low emissivity coating. And that is a microscopic layer of silver that's fused to the inside of the pane of glass. And that low emissivity, what it does is it gives it a slightly darker shading coefficient. So what it does is it detects radiant heat and then it reflects it. So in the summertime, when the sun is at a higher angle to their surface, when that heat gain comes down and hits the glass is going to redirect that heat out. But in the wintertime, when the sun is at a lower angle to the Earth's surface, it's going to allow those passive solar gains to come through and then trap it as soon as it gets inside your house. We also fill the void with argon and or krypton gas, depending upon the glass pack that you choose anyway. But the nice thing about this here is where the Pella would have about a 2.56 R value, this will give you a 4.5. Now, if we go all the way up to triple insulated glass, we can actually achieve a 9.1 insulation value. And you have to understand that a 2x4 wall has an R13, so that's getting pretty efficient for a piece of glass. And of course, with our windows, we customize every window. We can custom make double hungs, sliders,